everyone, welcome back to my channel. So this video is going to be my January favorites. I'm super excited for this video because I have some products that I have been loving for the entire month of January, and I love being able to share what I love with you guys. So if you're interested in seeing what my favorite beauty products were for the month of January, then let's go ahead and jump right in. So I'm going to be starting off with all of the face products that I've been obsessed with for the month of January. Yeah, so I'm just going to start off with kind of like the base of the face and then moving on to the other areas. So the very first thing I have is the e.l.f. Hydrating Face Primer. This is what the packaging looks like. At first I was really nervous to try this primer a few months ago whenever I made the purchase, just because e.l.f. is that really inexpensive brand that we all love, but at the same time, this is going directly onto my skin. I have very sensitive skin, and when my face does not like something, it will let me know. But I was really surprised at how much my skin reacts really well to this primer. This is going to be something that will change the way that your foundation looks. For example, I have the foundation that I will be talking about in a minute is a satin matte finish. And I've also used this with other foundations that are matte, like they claim to be matte. This is going to make those matte foundations a little bit more dewy. If they are on the dewy side of foundations, then it's going to make them really dewy. So that's just something to keep in mind. But for me personally, especially in the winter months and with how much the weather has been changing here in Florida, I tend to get more dry and patchy. So this has saved my life so much, and I love the consistency of it too. It's not like something that really seeps into my skin. It's weird. It's almost like it has like a silicone-y texture in a way, which is nice because I also have pores, but it's also super hydrating. That's like the best way I can describe it. It's not expensive at all. I think it's like, sorry, I have like a hair on my lip. Ugh. But I have, or I got this for like $6, something like that. Really great price range, and I love the bottle. It's a really nice bottle. So that has been my saving grace. Why is this hair on? There it is. Oh, have you guys like, I hate whenever I get a hair somewhere on me and I can't find it, like it just wigs me out. But yes, I love the e.l.f. Hydrating Primer. And then this foundation, the Sonia Kashuk Soft Focus Satin Matte Foundation, goes heavenly with the e.l.f. primer. Like, these two are a match made in heaven. But talking about the Sonia Kashuk foundation, this is what the packaging looks like. I think it's super sleek, especially for drugstore. It has the really nice pump bottle on it. It's the matte black, and then it kind of goes into a gradient as it goes down the bottle, and it shows you the color of the foundation. This foundation, I don't know why I haven't been using it more, like prior to this past month. It was just one of those things to where I tried it, I fell in love with it, and then I had other things that, you know, took place in my collection. But this foundation is so amazing. The coverage is really accurate. It does give that satin matte. So when I think of satin matte, I really think of a natural looking foundation. It's not going to be so matte to where it's like you have foundation on, and it's not going to be super dewy to where you look like you're sweating a little bit. This is right in between. It looks like your natural skin, obviously, as much as foundation can look like natural skin. But this also stays on all day. Like, this is the foundation that I will tend to go for, especially now because this is the perfect shade for me, which I am currently in 02 Vanilla. But it lasts all day. Like, I've tested this when I go to work and to school for like those 8 to 10 hour days. This stuff is absolutely amazing. And these two together, if you have dry skin and you are looking for like a drugstore combination for primer and foundation, try these out. Like, it's such a great marriage of products. I love them both together so much. Okay, moving on to another face product. This one has been a favorite of mine for a really long time, but I've been reaching for this concealer a lot the past month. This is the NYX HD Studio Photogenic Concealer. I'm in the shade beige. So this is what the packaging looks like. And a lot of people have compared this to the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer, if you guys have ever tried that one. For me, this reminds me a lot of the cruelty-free Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer. Obviously, so much cheaper. I think the Naked Skin Concealer is like $25, $26, and this one is $6. So you really can't go wrong. I love this concealer because it's really opaque, super, super pigmented, but creamy, and it's not drying. So it gives you that coverage power, especially for me underneath my eyes. I tend to get really dark circles. This covers them right up for me. I also use this to conceal my eyelids before I go in with my eyeshadows, and it does a really great job at hiding those veins, but also setting a really nice base for my eyeshadows to make them pop a little bit more. So I love this stuff so much. If you guys are looking for a drugstore concealer, I definitely recommend trying this one out. I hope that you won't be disappointed. I don't imagine you would be, but you know, everyone's a little bit different. All right, so moving on, I'm like flying through this right now. But first off, I just want to say, I know there's a lot of controversy over this brand right now. It's Tarte. And I just want to say something really quick about that. Like, I get it. Like, I don't understand, and I will never have to understand because I'm not in this position, but not having a full range of foundation colors whenever you are a huge brand, you have like millions and millions and millions of dollars, potentially even billions at this point, in your company, and you can't come up with a full range of colors for all the people who are shopping your brand. I just don't get that. So I talked about it in another video that I posted last week, but there's no excuse for any brand. And I know that it really came out on Tarte, but Tarte's not the only one. Like, there are tons of brands out there that do not have an accurate color range to be able to satisfy and suit all of the different people who wear foundation and concealer and things like that. So with that being said, I'm really glad that a lot of people are using their platform to talk about this. But at the same time, I'm hoping that the company learns from it, because it's my favorite high-end company. Like, without a doubt, I love all of their products. I think I've had one thing that I have not liked from their brand, formula-wise and stuff like that. So I'm hoping that they're learning, because if they don't, then they're going to lose loyal customers like me. So with that aside, because I just want people to know, like, that's in my head. I get it. I understand. And trust me, like, I remember that kind of stuff. So if something like that were to happen again, they would lose a loyal customer like me. It's just not okay. But anyways, moving on, sorry for the rant, but this palette right here, first off, I mentioned this before, I think in a favorites video, but the packaging is gorgeous. Like, that is one thing that Tarte never gyps on, is their packaging. It's beautiful. Like, it's so gorgeous. It kind of has like this alligator looking texture. The print is raised up. It's Park Avenue Princess. It's just beautiful. I've always loved their packaging so much. And then on the inside, it says chiseled like a diamond on the mirror, and it has like a giant mirror. This whole thing is mirror. And then inside, we have a really beautiful palette for contouring and highlighting and setting. So this is what the inside of the palette looks like. And this for me has pretty much replaced my Anastasia contour kit as of right now. I mean, obviously I'm going to use that again, but I'm just saying this is my go-to. So I love this banana shade powder right here. It's called Enhance. That's what I use to pretty much set my entire face. I also love this Halo shade, which has more of that pinky undertone to it, to highlight the brow bone, and I'll also use that sometimes to set underneath my eye if my concealer during the time is a little bit too yellow. And then these two shades right here, Carrot is definitely more of that gray undertone, and then Princess Cut is a little bit of a gray undertone, but it has more of that warmness to it. So those are the two shades that I contour with. These are too dark for me. I cannot use either one of these. And honestly, I don't even get tan enough during the summer, and I get pretty tan to be able to use those shades. So I really like how they have the darker shades in here, and it's a really beautiful gradient. This shade I've used for eyeshadow before, the angle one, absolutely gorgeous. And then Crown is another really beautiful deep chocolate. I haven't used that one before for eyeshadow, but I know that I will. So this palette, what can I say? It's creamy, it's buttery. The powder is extremely fine. It's milled beautifully, and it's my go-to. Like, I have not touched my Anastasia contour kit pretty much since I've gotten this. Like, I love this palette so much. And it has been everything since I got it, especially in the month of January. Okay, sorry, I just feel like if I don't talk about it, you guys know what I'm talking about. Like, if I don't talk about it, then it's an issue. And sometimes I feel like if I do talk about it too much, it's an issue. So I just want to get it out there so you guys are aware that I know, and it's in my head, it's in my thoughts, and it's in my awareness. So anyways, moving on, done with the rant, I'm over it. Stila. You guys, if you have been around my channel, or if you've seen the videos for like the past 4 to 5 months, I have been wanting this highlighter. This is the Stila Kitten highlighter. Wow. First off, the packaging is gorgeous. I love Stila packaging. But this highlighter has been on my wish list for some time. So this is what it looks like. It is so stinking beautiful. And it gives you that gorgeous wet glow that we're all looking for. I'm not wearing it today. I'm wearing something else because I did a tutorial earlier. But this has been like pretty much my ride or die for the entire month that I've been using it. And I got it for Christmas, but then I didn't actually use it on my face until about 2.5, 3 weeks ago-ish. And I'm like, why? Like, why did I wait that long? I finally got it for Christmas and I waited, but it's so beautiful. Honestly, like, that's the whole point. This is a gorgeous highlighter. It's going to give you that wet, radiant, beaming to the heavens sort of highlight. This is not for the faint of heart at all. If you are for like that slight inner glow daily kind of look, this is not going to be for you. This is going to be something to where like you're going out with the girls, you want to draw attention to your face, you're beaming, like that's this highlight. One thing that I love about this is that you don't have to wet your brush because it does have like that wet consistency to it. It reminds me a lot of Colourpop Super Shock eyeshadows or their Super Shock highlights. That kind of consistency to where it almost feels a little bit wet. It's definitely not a dry powder at all. So it's really cool and it's absolutely gorgeous. I have been loving this highlight. All right, so where did my palette go? Oh, there it is. Sorry, I was like, I have eye stuff. Or like really one eye thing. So this has been a favorite so many different times, but honestly, like, it's my baby. So this is the Anastasia Modern Renaissance palette. I've been using it so much. This is just the ultimate go-to every single day, warm toned kind of gal eyeshadow palette. Like, it's so beautiful, you guys. So for me, on a daily basis, I will typically use Raw Sienna and Burnt Orange. Those are like my go-to. I'll just slap those into my crease and be good to go. Don't do anything too dramatic, obviously, because I work in psychology and you can't be looking super beat whenever you're trying to do therapy. It's just not a good mix, if you know what I'm talking about. So anyways, I use those two to really just deepen up the crease. I also love Golden Ochre if I'm looking for kind of just more of a lighter tone. And then if I am going on date night or something like that and I just want to deepen everything up, I will typically use like the same exact eye wear that I'm already doing, and then I will just use the other side of the palette to deepen everything up. But in case you guys have not seen this, this is what it looks like up close. Anastasia like kills the eyeshadow palette game. I don't think there's been a single palette that's come out that people have been like, what is this? You know what I'm saying? Like, the only thing is that when you dip your brush in, there's quite a bit of kickback, but that's because the eyeshadows are so pigmented. So what I would recommend is just lightly dipping in, because you're going to get that kickback, and that way you're not wasting too much product. But I love this palette, you guys. It's a ride or die. I will always love this. Hopefully I will always have it in my collection. It's so beautiful. All right, moving on to my mascara of the month. If y'all know me for a while, I'm like a mascara junkie. I'm always looking for the latest and greatest, specifically drugstore. I don't mind necessarily spending more for like a high-end mascara, but that shit's gotta be good, because I go through it so quickly. I'm not a huge falsie person. I don't wear a ton of false lashes anymore. When I first started my channel, I really tried to a lot. And I actually just placed an order with House of Lashes, and I bought some Vegas nail lashes because I do want to start using them more, especially for my channel, like date night and things like that. However, I use mascara pretty much on a daily, like even when I don't have any other makeup on, I will slap on some mascara and it just opens up my eyes. So this one is by Essence, and it's the Lash Princess False Lash Effect Mascara. First off, the packaging is just to die for. Like, it looks like a little corset up top, and in the back it has like the little tie with a bow. It's just so cute and feminine. I love it. It has the Tiffany blue and the black. It's absolutely beautiful. I'll show you guys what the thingy-majig looks like. I don't even know what I'm talking about right now. This, so it has the natural bristles. It's not rubber, which I have a hard time with rubber. It's not something I love. The formula of this is amazing too. It's wet and dry, if that makes any sense at all. So it's not going to be something super wet like the orange tube from Wet n Wild, but it's not going to be super dry like, trying to think of one. I know that the Tarte Lights Camera Lashes mascara can tend to be a little bit on the drier side. So this one is about right in between. So it's the perfect formula for me, honestly. It gives a lot of volume. It's something that I really love to wear whenever I'm doing dramatic looks like I have on today. Definitely a much smokier eye than normal. So I love it. I've been using it like all the time. It's really good. Like, I haven't used anything other than that once I started using that. So had to throw it in here, of course. All right, 2 lip products. The first one is no surprise to me. So this is the Smashbox liquid lipstick in the shade Babe Alert. This is what the packaging looks like if you guys are interested. And I will show you the doe foot, because liquid lipsticks are literally Satan to me, because I end up, first off, it takes me like 20 freaking minutes to apply it to my lips because I'm so nervous about getting it all over my foundation that I end up messing up anyways because I'm so nervous. And the doe foots tend to be like the size of like a lip gloss doe foot. And anyway, so I have a hard time with liquid lipsticks. It takes me a really long time, then I always mess it up. So when I got the Smashbox one, if you guys can see, it comes with a pointed tip right there, which I use to line my lips, and then I fill it in. This thing is like Jesus to me. Like, I love this liquid lipstick. The formula, the felt tip doe foot, like, I love every single thing about it. Specifically, this color is like the perfect peachy, pinky, darker nude. This is not going to be like a whiteout sort of nude. It's going to be a little bit on the darker side. But again, the formula, the most comfortable liquid lipstick I've ever worn. It's really comparable to Gerard Cosmetics formula, but even more comfortable than that if you guys have tried Gerard. And again, the doe foot is just on point. So I've been using this. As soon as I got it, I've been using it nonstop. And then this one is kind of actually embarrassing because I was talking so much shit about metallic lip products whenever they first came out. Like, I was not on that bandwagon at all. And then I ended up coming across this color, which is by Colourpop, and their ultra glossy lip. So I will stand by my word that I don't think I will ever purchase a liquid lipstick or a regular lipstick in the shade or in a metallic shade, but this lip gloss is the one that I have on right now. And the reason why I love it, well, first off, let me tell you what it is. It's called My Jam. So this is what the packaging is. And obviously you guys can tell that it's metallic. But I have it on my lips, and why I love this is because it reflects the light so well. And right now, like, it doesn't look like I have glitter on my lips. It looks like my lips are wet. And that's what I love so much about this. And I'm really sad that I'm just now getting comfortable enough to really wear this. But I love it. Like, I love it so much. Whenever I reach for warm toned looks, especially if I want my lips to kind of match with that, I've been reaching for this lip gloss. I don't have anything on underneath, so it definitely does give a nice warm coppery pigment to the lips. But again, like, it doesn't look, I mean, I don't know, maybe it's just me, but it doesn't look like I have metallic necessarily on my lips. It just looks like my lips are wet and shiny and glossy, and that's what I'm looking for. So I love this lip gloss, and I feel bad that I was giving that trend so much hate now. But yeah, so anyways, that completes my January favorites video. I have so much fun talking about makeup products like this. Especially after I do like an anti-haul. I just feel like I need to talk about stuff that I love. I'm trying not to do too many anti-hauls because first off, I just don't like spreading negativity or kind of like letting myself get to that place to where I'm talking down on stuff. But also, I know a lot of people don't like agree on makeup products most of the time. So it's nice to just have that every once in a while to talk about why I won't be purchasing things. And it's really nice to have videos like this where I get to talk about what I do love, because I love makeup, and all of these products have been amazing for the past month. So anyways, I'm done ranting. I need to go like soak in a bath or something to get ready for school tomorrow. But I had so much fun with you guys, and let me know what your favorites have been for the month of January in the comments below, especially if they are cruelty-free, because I would love to purchase some of your favorites as well in the future. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.